Hi everyone, welcome back to Trees and Turtles. My name's Imogen. In today's video, I'm talking about what happens when you get out of your comfort zone. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to do that, give this video a thumbs up, follow me on Instagram, and let's get started. So, getting outside of the comfort zone is very scary, and no, it's not. It feels scary. It can feel scary. But when I was saying that, what I kind of meant was that's how it feels, okay? So getting out of the comfort zone can be really intimidating, and we often think that, oh, like, I'll just stay in my comfort zone, I'll do what feels familiar because I don't want to take the risk of going outside it and maybe being disappointed, or, you know, it just feels so uncertain, okay? So I hope this video can motivate you a little bit more, because all of these things are beyond the boundaries of your comfort zone and you have to go outside to get to them, okay? So these are all the positive things that happen when you get outside of your comfort zone, coming from someone who has been there and done that. Number one is you achieve more, okay? When you get outside of your comfort zone, you're being ambitious, you're like stretching your capabilities, okay? And you achieve more, I promise. Like, genuinely, when you get outside of your comfort zone, yes, it's scary, but that sort of, like, that fear is it can be really positive, and it can push you to achieve a sense of like growth and a certain level of, oh, I can actually do this. It felt like I couldn't, but I actually can, because I discovered that because I kind of pushed myself to get outside my comfort zone. So you achieve more. Number two, you surprise yourself, okay? So often we think that we can't do something because it's outside of our comfort zone, and we think, oh, you know, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I'm going to be any good. It's like a lot of uncertainty, okay? But you will surprise yourself. Like, I've said this before, but you are so much more capable than you think. Like, I've surprised myself, and I'm not pretending to be the most capable person in the world, but like, as soon as you get outside your comfort zone, I guarantee that there will be at least one thing that you will surprise yourself at. And yeah, you might fail at some things, but it's okay, because I guarantee there will be at least one thing that you're like surprisingly good at, and you would never have discovered that if you didn't get outside of your comfort zone. So you will surprise yourself, and you will be much more capable than you think you are. So an example of this is earlier this year, I travelled around Europe for 10 days, and I went to 10 different countries, and it was a very complicated trip with a lot of logistics, a lot of planning, some very tight travel connections, and so many disasters that I made an entire video about it. If you want to check out my disasters on my Europe trip and have a good laugh, then I made a video about it, so you can search that up on my channel. But anyway, I surprised myself by being like, I could actually do this, and I survived, and, you know, I went to every country, and I made it home, and I didn't die, and, you know, nothing absolutely terrible happened. Like, I was uninjured, and it was generally a good trip full of 95% positive memories, okay? So you surprise yourself. I surprised myself, and now I'm so much more confident for that, being like, you know what? I got through this. You know, I can get through pretty much anything. All right, the next thing that I want to talk about is that you set better boundaries, okay? When you get outside of your comfort zone, you set better boundaries. Sometimes for a people pleaser like myself, if you're also a people pleaser, I'm sure you'll relate that the comfort zone can be really sort of like playing up your people pleasing tendencies, because you want other people to like you. You want it so desperately that you're willing to like be a complete pushover and be a complete doormat and like have no boundaries, because you really want people to like you. And it's so difficult to consider saying like, this is a boundary, that you just don't. But I promise that once you get outside of your comfort zone and you're like, this is a boundary, and you set boundaries with people, then you will get better practice at it. You will get way more practice at it, and you'll be sort of much more comfortable in yourself and much stronger and much more resilient because you are able to set boundaries, okay? And that kind of leads me neatly into my next point, which is that you get braver, okay? When you get outside of your comfort zone, you get so much braver. And when you are in your comfort zone, yes, it feels comfortable and safe and secure and familiar, but when you're outside of your comfort zone, you get a lot braver, and you get a lot more confidence as well, because when you've been through something that required a little bit of courage, courage builds on itself, okay? So once you've taken that first step to get out of your comfort zone, that is actually a very brave thing to do, because it's not about not being scared, it's about being scared and nevertheless taking that leap, okay? And doing something despite the fear that you have or the anxiety that you have about it is actually an incredibly courageous thing to do, okay? So obviously within limits, and if you have a really bad gut feeling about something, you should listen to it. But if it's just general anxiety about, oh, I don't know what it's going to be like, you know, it's okay. And if you try something, then you are going to get more confident and you are going to get braver. And like I said, courage builds on itself. So when you start out with a little bit of courage and you try and expand that, it will have a snowball effect, okay? So you get braver. Like, I am so much braver than I was at the start of the year because I spent the entirety of 2024 like pushing my comfort zone, getting out of my comfort zone and kind of dragging it with me, expanding my comfort zone. And now I'm comfortable with so many more things and I'm having to look for new ways to challenge myself. Which kind of relates to my next point. Can you see I planned this video quite well? Love that for me. Anyway, you get more confident. So you get way more confident. And when I say you get braver, yes, it gets easier to challenge yourself, but you get more confident. Like when I talked about expanding your comfort zone, this really expands your world. So when you have that courage to get outside of your comfort zone, you drag the edge of your comfort zone with you and it expands, okay? So you get more confident about a larger variety of things. And finally, it becomes a habit. When you get out of your comfort zone, you're making it a habit to be more courageous, to achieve more, to set better boundaries, to be braver, to be more confident. All of these things are really positive and it becomes a habit, okay? So when you practice this over and over again, it's gradually going to become second nature to challenge yourself, okay? To get outside of your comfort zone. And that is going to do wonders for your growth, your personal development. And I'm so excited for you to experience that. Alright, so that's what happens when you get outside of your comfort zone. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to do that, give this video a thumbs up, follow me on Instagram, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye!